Hello, welcome back to the fifth module for this preparatory class. My name is still Mr. Awesome Emmanuel, and in this particular lesson, we'll be discussing measures of central tendency. So, measures of central tendency. Now, let's just build some background and basics before we actually continue. Now, a measure of central tendency is a single value that describes a set of data by identifying the central position within that set of data. Now, measures of central tendencies can also be called measures of central location. And let me just add to this point or discuss this particular topic. We're just trying to deal with averages. So measures of central tendencies is just a topic that discuss average in statistics. So the measures of central tendencies are mean, median, mode, and range. These are just basic average in elementary statistics. So these are what we're going to be covering for this particular lesson. Now the contents are the mean, the median, the mode, and the range. But I would like to build some backgrounds and also like serve as a revision for some of us before we actually go into the practical calculations of these things. But let us lay down some theoretical backgrounds. The first one is mean. What is mean? It is the sum of all the values in a set of data divided by the number of values on the list. So it is also known as average. So mean just also means average. Now, this next item on the list is median. Now, this is the median number after rearranging the values in a set of numbers in ascending or descending order. It doesn't necessarily have to be ascending orders. Either you can either arrange them in ascending order or descending order. It is the set of a data in total of all of even numbers. Okay, if the set is a total of even numbers, the two numbers in the middle are added and divided by 2. But if they are an odd set, then the middle value is the median. So whenever you arrange your median from either from the lowest to the highest, the middle number is always taken as the median. But if we have a set of even numbers, you will observe that we have two middle numbers in the middle. So the two middle numbers are then added up, then divided by 2 to get the median. Now the next is the mode. Now this is the value that occurs mostly in a set of values. The one that has the highest frequency is what we call the mode. Then lastly we have the range. The range is that part of statistic that describe how spread across the particular data is. How widely spread across the data is what we call the range. So this is the difference between the largest and the smallest values. So in order to get range, just the highest value minus the lowest value. This is how to get range. But I have a quick mental math for us here. But before we take this mental math, I want to just run through a revision class as regards this topic, because the topic is not actually difficult. So I trust one of the reasons why the convener of this competition and bringing something of this topic is just for us to get a very quick reminder of the basic concept of statistics. So I've gotten a material here we're going to be using just to serve as our reference documents for this topic. So I have quite a number of them, so let's just start with this. So in this particular material I'm actually using now, I'll just run through some basic parts of statistics, which is actually data presentation. So the first one I want to just discuss with us, just like a revision, like I said, is the pictogram. Pictogram is using pictures to represent informations, and in this particular question we used smiley faces or emoji, if you may likely come to call that, to represent this information. So in other words, pictograms are used to represent informations or data. So look at this example. The question says use a pictogram to represent the number of students that obtain the various marks in dictation on the table below. So we have this. If we prepare, this is actually an ungrouped data. If we bring it into a frequency table, we have something of this nature. So we have the scores ranging from 1 to 4. So and observe that 1 occurs 2 times. We put two strokes there to represent the tally. The frequency will put number 2, and represented in pictogram we'll put 2 smiley faces there. The same thing applies to 2. 2 occurs 4 times. We put 4 smiley faces there. 3 occurs 3 times, 3 smiley faces, and 4 occurs 1. So this is just pictogram. But like I said, we're just trying to revise. Now, the next item when it comes to data presentation is actually the pie chart. Now we use pie chart to represent data in a sectorial form in a circle. So to actually do that is quite simple. What we're going to do is this. So the first question we have here: a farmer recorded the following farm products at the end of the year. We have the crop and we have the tons. Cocoa is 10, cotton is 8, and palm product is 12. So now, since palm product is 12, so what we're going to do is this. Now, we're asked, if we want to represent this information on the pie chart, what we're going to do is we'll bring the cocoa here, which is ton 10 ton, cocoa 10 ton, cotton is 8 tons, then palm product is 12. So we'll get their relative value, then bring it to a degree. Before we get the relative value, I have to get the two crops we have here. So 10 plus 8 plus 12 will give us 30. So to convert this 10 ton now to an equivalent of degree, what we're going to do is 10 over 30, then multiply by 360. I'm multiplying by 360 because the total number of angles in a circle is 360 degree. So 10 over 30 times 360 will give us 120 degree. So in other words, we have converted this 10 tons to a degree equivalent of 120. Now the same thing applies to cotton. Cotton will give us 8 over 30 times 360, which is give us 96 degree. And the last item on the list is palm product 12. So 12 over 30 times 360 will give us 144 degrees. So now don't be in a hurry to just rush to draw your pie chart. You have to check if your answer is actually correct, and to do that, add up all this degree. You should have 360. So if we add this up, you observe we have 360 degrees. That means we are actually correct. So from there we can actually draw our pie chart. Time will not permit me to show us how to draw pie chart, but it's actually quite simple. Just use your compass then your protractor to get the pie chart done. So that is all about pie chart. This is just a quick revision. Now the next item is bar chart. The essence of this, because you may likely see questions of this nature in objective format in the competition coming up, so at least revising them is quite okay too. So bar chart is using rectangular bars to actually represent information, and the height of these bars correspond with the frequency of the data. Now for instance, we have this particular question that says we should draw a bar chart of the data below. Now we have the scores, which are 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we have the frequency 2, 4, 3, 1. So like I said, the height of the bar chart will correspond with the frequency of the data. So for the first one, score is 1. For the score is 1, this wasn't actually drawn to scale, so just permit the little errors in terms of accuracy. But when you draw this kind of thing in an exam setting, the exam bodies will provide you a graph. So with that, it should be drawn to scale. So now the first one is the score is 1, and 1 occurs 2 times. The frequency is often on the vertical axis, that is on the y-axis. Just keep it down there. Now 1 occurs 2 times, so we'll draw the rectangle up to this point. Then 2 occurs 4 times, we'll draw, this is 2, draw it up to this point. Then 3 occurs 3 times, we'll draw it up to this point, and 4 occurs once, we'll take it here. So just take this, note this when preparing, especially for the theoretical part of the examination. Give attention to details, because you don't know who will be the examiner. So when you have questions of this nature, details that are expected of you to do is, number one, the graph should have a heading. So I can just have the title of this graph. I can just say bar chart. The bar chart should be the title. Then I can just say frequency versus score. So that is the title. And then after the bar chart have a heading, the axis of the bar chart should be labeled appropriately. So this is frequency and here is score. And one other thing you have to note again when it comes to bar chart, what the examiners look out for bar chart, the spaces between the rectangular bars must be the same, must be uniform. In other words, if you observe, the space from between these bars and these bars are uniform. So that is what you just need to note when drawing the bar chart. So that is all, a quick recap on bar chart. Now let's just come to average. Now we'll discuss average. Average, I've mentioned, basically the mean, median, mode, range are all statistical average. So the first one is the arithmetic mean. Mean, like we have said before, is the sum of the scores over the number of information. Now let's look at this quick example of number 1. Now the temperature at midday during the week in Lagos were actually these values. Now we're asked to get the average temperature. So what we're going to do is just add everything up. Then we'll have 7 entries here, so just divide by 7. Adding everything up, we'll have 175 degrees Celsius. Then divided by 7, we'll have 25. So the average temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Now the next example is the mean of 8 numbers is 8. 7 of them are actually days. What is the 8th number? So we can call the 8th number x. So since the mean of the 8th number was actually given to be 8, so keep the mean here as 8. Then we'll put the 7th number, then the 8th one we have actually selected the x, so we'll keep the x there, all over 8. All over 8 because we have 8 entries. So if we can multiply 8 times 8 will give us 64. Add up all this numerator, we'll have 35 plus x. So collect our like terms, x will be 64 minus 35, which will give us 29. So the 8th value is 29. Now look at example number 3 here. If 5 people earn 15 naira per day, 3 people earn 45 naira per day, and 4 people earn 30 naira per day. What is the mean daily pay of these 12 people? To get the mean daily pay of the 12 people, just like the average too. So you get the total money earned by all these people, but the people who have there actually 12. How do we get the 12? 5 plus 3 plus 4 will give 12 to get the total number of people. So you also get the total number of money earned for the day. For the 5 people is 5 times 50. For the 3 people is 3 times 45. For the 4 people is 4 times 30. 5 times 50, 250. 3 times 45, 135, and 4 times 30 is 120. The summation of everything gives 505. Then 505 divided by 12 is 42 naira 8 kobo. So that is just how to get the mean. Quite simple. Now let's discuss the median. Like I said, it's just a quick revision before I actually go back to our slide material. Now to get the median is simple. Don't fall into this mistake of not arranging first before actually getting your median. Median is the middle number in a set of orderly arranged data. So to get the median, what we want to do is from this data, we'll arrange this number. Like I said, it could be either ascending or descending. Both methods still works. So when arrange ascending order, we observe that the median is actually 15. So since 15 is the middle number, this is an odd set of data. Odd in the sense that we have 7 entries here, so the middle number should definitely be the 4th item, so which is actually the median. But if we have an even set of numbers, we'll have to add the middle numbers, then divide it by 2. Now that is the median. It's quite simple to get median. Now look at this other example. Find the median in this example. Now in this case, this is an even set of numbers. When arranged so the middle number we have just 10.5 and 13.1. So adding them up, we have 21.8, then divided by 2. Divided by 2, we got 10.9. So that is how to get the median for an even set of data. Now the next item on the list is the arithmetic mode. Like we have actually explained in the previous discussion, the mode is the one with the highest frequency. So given the set of data 2, 3, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, the mode is 7. Now note that if a set of data has only one mode, it is called unimodal. In this case, this is just unimodal. But if a set of data have 2 modes, it is called bimodal. Take note of such kind of thing when it comes to objective question. There, like the statement here, there are 2 modes. When there are 2 modes, we said that the data is bimodal. Now for this example, the mode we have here is actually 8 and 9. So we'll pick the 2 numbers as the mode, and this set will say this is bimodal. Now the next one is actually this number 2, example 3 under mode. So find the mode of this. Now 14, 7, 19, 14, 17, 19, 23, and 26. Now there is no number that occurs more than the order, therefore there is no mode. Now don't put the mode as 0, because 0 is also a value. So in this kind of question, you write a statement as your answer, there is no mode. Don't write 0 as the mode. Now example 4, you could have a question that comes in a group data, and you'll be also asked to find the mode. So in this question, we have the table shows the number of times the face of a dice came up in a Ludo game. Now, the number of dice that appear most frequently is 3. The mode is 3. How do we get the mode? Just come to the frequency part. The highest number of the frequency here is 8. So what it means is that 3 occurs 8 times. So the mode will be 3, not 8. The mode is 3. Let me just explain this table, what it means. Now, this table just means 1 occur 5 times, 2 occur 5 times, 3 occur 8 times, 4 occur 5 times, 5 occur 4 times, and 6 occur 3 times. So the one that actually occur most is 3, because 3 occur 8 times. So that's how to get the mode for a group data. Now, you can also be asked to get the mean and the median for group data. Let's actually make progress. I trust there should be a place where I actually drop that here. Okay, this is just one of the materials I pull up for revision. Let me check another material again I have here for revision. Okay, this another material again, just trying to use for revision. Now, this is also statistic, but in this case we're trying to interpret some statistical data. Now look at the question. In ambassadors we do kind of checkpoints. It's checkpoints, another form of Cambridge exam. So these are checkpoint related questions. So you can still be useful to you in this competition, because at times some questions will just test your reasoning ability. Now this question here is saying the pictogram shows the number of hours of sunshine in 1st of July in 3 cities. The cities are Cape Town, Manama, and New York. So now this table actually have a key. Now one yellow ball represents 2 hours of sunshine. So for Cape Town we observe we have 3 yellow balls there. For Manama we have 5.5 yellow balls, and for New York we have 4 yellow balls. So for asked which city had the least sunshine, the least sunshine is obviously Cape Town, because it has 6 hours of sunshine. Take note, 1 yellow ball represents 2 hours of sunshine. So for 3 yellow balls, it will be 6 hours of sunshine. How many hours of sunshine were there in New York? In New York, we have these 4 hours of sunshine. That should give us 8 hours. We have 8 hours of sunshine. We have 4 yellow balls here, and each represents 2 hours. So the 4 of them will represent 8 hours. Now for my number we have 5.5, so 5.5 times 2 will give us 11. We have 11. So take note of questions that have to deal with just intellectual reasoning and all that. So this is just a bar chart. I think I've explained bar chart before, so I'm not going to waste my time here. A line graph, like I said, it's just like a revision. I picked it up because there's a particular question I want to actually explain to us. This is class interval. You may likely ignore it. This is statistical average. We have done something similar to this in the last material I showed us. Okay. Now, okay, yeah. I think I've gotten what I was actually looking for. Now, you can be asked to find the median, the mode, and the range in a group data. And this is the reason why I brought this table up. Now, look at this question. The question says the weight of 12 students who attended the final stage of examination of NASMAC in Lagos are shown in the table below. This is a group data. Now the first question says, what is the mode? The mode is the highest, the value of the data that occurs most. So in this case, we'll come to this down part, number of students is just the frequency. So what it means, interpreting this table to a layman, it means 55 occurs 2 times, 57 occur once, 59 occur twice, 61 occur 4 times, and 63 occurs 3 times. So the mode is the one that occurs most, not the highest value as it were. So the one that occurs most. So the mode is 61. The reason why it's 61 because it occurs 4 times. Now the second question says the median. Now how do we get the median? There are various methods we can use to get the median for group data. Now, like I tell students, if you want to actually get the median from a group data, you can actually choose to use the primary school method. What I call the primary school method is writing out the numbers and try to arrange them from lowest to the highest. But as you grow up, you discover that that method is actually childish. It is a fast method we can actually use. Why I said it's childish? Assuming we have up to 1,000 entries and you want to get a median, you observe that it's not really sounding mature writing the numbers from the first one to the 1000th number. No. So there are better ways we can actually get the median. So to get the median in such kind of data, what we're going to do is this. Now let me just build something. If you have 10 entries, the median number is, observe something, the median number is the fifth and the sixth number. The reason is because if I take 4 numbers to the left, 4 numbers to the right, I've used 8 numbers already, so it will remain 2. So since I'm taking 4 to the left, so I've used the first 4, so the next number will be the fifth and the sixth, the next 2 numbers. So if I have 10 entries, the median number is the fifth and the sixth. Now if I have 11 entries, the median number will be, now if I have 11 entries, if I take 5 to the right, 5 to the left, 5 to the right, I've used 10 to remain 1, so the median number will be the sixth item. So that is the concept of actually getting median. Now the same thing, if I have, let's say if I have 500 entries, if I want to get the median number, what I will do is, since 500 is an even number, I'll remove 2 from 500. What I'll have is, I'll have 498. Now I'll divide 498 by 2. If I divide 498 by 2, what you will observe is you will have 249 to the left, 249 to, because half of 500 is 250, so I'll have 249 to the 249 to my left and 249 to my right. If I add 249 and 249, you will observe that I'll have 498. So the median number from 500 will be the 250th term and the 251th term. That's how to get the median number. So it's quite simple. But if I have let's say an odd number, let's say I have 21 for instance. If I have 21, I'll just remove 1, I'll have 20 remaining. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. So the median number will be the 11th term. So that's how to get it. So that's the method we're going to use here. So now what we're going to do is, instead of writing 55 2 places, 57 1 places and all that, just add all the frequency. 2 plus 1 is 2 plus 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3 rather. 3 plus 2 is 5. Then 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So the total frequency is 12. So to get the median number, I'll remove 2 from 12. I'll have 10, which is 5 to the left, 5 to the right. So the median number now will now be the 6th and the 7th number. So the 6th and the 7th number. Now how do I get the 6th and the 7th number? Come to your frequency. This is 2. I'll get the cumulative up to where you can actually get the 6th or the 6th and the 7th. So 2 plus 1 is 3. I can't get 6 in 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. I can't get 6 in 5. But 5 plus 4 is 9. I can get 6 in 9. So since I can get 6 is 9, the value up there is 61. I'll pick 61. Now the 7th number, I can get 7 also in 9. The value there is also 61. So I have 61 plus 61, which is 122. Then 122 divided by 2 will give us 61. So this is how to get the median. But like I always tell students, instead of filling questions like this, you can use the primary school method if you like. I'm sure you know what I mean by the primary school method now. So that's just the median from a group data. Please don't make this mistake. I've seen students said the median is the median is 59. They'll just pick the median number 59 here. Or if it's like an even entries, let's say I have 55, I have another number here, they will add the median number 55, 59 plus 61 divided by 2. It's not so. For a group data, you don't solve it that way. Now the next question on our list is actually the range. Now to get the range is the highest minus the lowest. Now this is with respect to the entries we are considering. In this case, the weight. At times it could be age of student. So now the range is the highest entry, which is 63 minus the lowest 55, and that will give us 8. Not 4 minus 1. It's not a function of the frequency. In a group data, the range is not a function of the frequency, but of the weight or the data you're actually considering. So don't say 4 minus 1. It is 61 minus 55. So that is how to get the range. Now, how do we now get the mean from a group data is quite simple. So what we're going to do is, like I've earlier explained, these 2 means 55 occur 2 times. So mean is the total number of data over the number of observation. So now to get the total number, we'll just multiply. You can actually use a table here where you have to use x, f, and f of x and all that. But we can actually use this method to just solve it. It still applies. So we'll get the total number of entries here. So 55 occur 2 times, so to be 55 times 2. 57 occur once, 57 times 1. 59 occur twice, this, 61 this, and 63 occurs 3 times this. So multiplying each entry out, 55 times 2 is 110. 57 times 1 is 57. 59 times 2 is 118. Then 61 times 4 is 244. Then 63 times 3 is 189. All divided by 12. 12 because I have 12 observations. So summation of this numerator gives 718 divided by 12. So how many times are we going to see 12 in 718? Well, it goes 59 times, remainder 5/6. But in decimal is 59.8. So this is how to get the mean, the median, the mode, the range from a group data. So I think we have some question here. Now let's actually solve these problems together. And okay, this is just this is your Word document. It's not on PowerPoint. I would have loved with it on PowerPoint. Okay, let me just give you some time. You should be able to solve the mean, the median, the mode. Why I actually want us to discuss this question is because of question number 4 and 5. To get a mean is simple. You should know what to do. 11 times this times this, just like the previous example. To get a median, you can also get a median too. To get the mode obviously from this place is 13. 13 because 13 occurs 15 times. So to get the range is 15 minus 11, which is 4. That is sorted. But number 4 is actually what I want you to solve. Okay, let me give you two. You will solve number 4 and 5 for me. For number 4, I know this is not a Zoom class, but I want to just test your mastery. For number 4, solve number 4. What percentage of the students are 14 years old? You don't need to pause this video. I'm giving you let's say, let me just give you 1 minute to solve. My timer is on here. I'm giving you 1 minute. Solve it for me, and after that I'll tell us the answer, and if you get it, thumbs up for you. So let's actually do that. Number 4, and your time starts now. You have less than 30 seconds remaining. Okay, time's up. Now, how do we actually get the percentage of the student? Okay, what percentage of the students are 14 years old? What we're going to do is simple. We'll do what percent of the students are 14 years old? How many students are actually 14 years old? We have 8. So 8 divided by the total number of students. The total number of students are 3, 12, this is 15. 15 plus 15, 30. 30 plus 10 here, 8 and 2, that is 40. So I have 40. So what percentage now is 8 over 40 times 100? 8 in 8 is 1, 8 in 40 is 5. Then 5 in 100 is 20. So the answer is 20%. Did you get 20%? If you actually did, then thumbs up for you. The answer is 20%. Now the next question is, how many students are not older than 13 years old? This is simple English language. How many students are not older than 15 years old? I will give you 30 seconds to answer that. Your time starts now. Okay, I think time's up. Now, how many students are look at understand the English? Not older than 13. At least it can be up to 13 years old, but not older than 13. So the answer will be we have three. For 11 years we have 3, for 12 years we have 12, that is 15. But since not older than 13, that is, it can still be up to 13. Not older than 13, we have 15 students. 15 students are actually 13 years old. So the number of students not older than 13 are from 13 years downward. So which is 15 plus 12 plus 3, which is 30. So 30 students are not older than 13. So did you get 30? If you actually did, then thumbs up for you. That is nice. Now, I've been able to lay some background and basics here. I don't actually want to touch this. This is stem and leaf diagram. I trust it doesn't really actually, sorry, not really stem and leaf. This is some other part of statistic, so which I don't want to bother you with. So let's now go back to, I think I still have some questions from Cowbell, past questions, but later I can actually open it later for us to see. Now let's come back to our slide. Now welcome back from the short revision we just had. I trust you enjoyed them. So let's actually continue. Now in this particular section I will be giving you, I tag this section a mental mass. Mental mass because the competition you're actually going for at times, or many times, it requires speed, and you may not have the luxury to always pen down solutions. You should be able to see questions, then in a split of seconds process it offhand, then give the answer. So that is why I am actually introducing this particular section, mental mass. Don't write anything down, just look at the question, try as much as possible not to pen anything down, process it from your memory, then see how to supply the question. This is just a way of training you to gain mastery. Now we have 10 questions here. All these 10 questions, you process them offhand, but as we progress, I'll also teach you how to actually progress and process some questions offhand. Now we have the first question here. Don't need to pause the video, just follow me as I teach. Now the first question says, find the mean of the following numbers. Now I'm giving you, let's say 10 seconds. How do you solve this question? Okay, and your time starts now. What is the mean of this number? Time's up. Now, how do you solve the question? Okay, what was your answer? The answer is 4.5. But how do you solve this question? Now, as soon as you get the question, the first thing you do is process these solutions in your memory. You have 1 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2. You should know this is 18. Now 18 divided by 4. Now if I don't know the value of 18 divided by 4, I can break it down. This is 18 divided by 4 is 9 and 2. How do I get 9 and 2? 9 numerator, 2 denominator. But I can actually divide 9 and 2 now. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. I know it's 4.5. So that is how to just get it in split of seconds. Now, number 2 question. I'll also give you, let's say, 10 seconds. Now, given that the mean of a set of value is 6, if the set of values are 4, 6, x squared, 5, find the value of x. Now, you have 10 seconds. Start. Okay, time's up. How do you solve this question? The answer was 3. And how do we get 3? Under 10 seconds. Now, you will observe that before your time starts, the quiz master also will be reading the question. So at times you just have to be faster than the quiz master. Now I have 4 entries. I was told that the mean is 6. What should come to your mind? Let me just get the total. 4 times 6 will give me 24. Add these guys up. 4, 6, 5. This is 15. 15 take it from 24. I have 9. I have x squared remaining. So to get the value of x now, square root of 9 is 3. That's how to get it. As simple as that. I trust you are gaining some techniques. You can actually develop some personal and quick skills for yourself, and it will also help. Now, number 3. What is the median of the following values? These equations, what is the median? 10 seconds, start now. Okay, time's up. And the answer is 4. How do we get 4? The first thing I will do, I will observe, is this an even set of data or an odd? So if I want to check 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. If I mention it this way, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, and they all goes in pair, I know it's an even number. Now, the middle number is, I have 8 numbers there. Keep 3 to your left, keep 3 to your right. I have 4 and 4. Even without too much work, you should guess right that the answer is 4. Now, number 4. What is the median of 13, 6, 10, and 4? And your time starts now for 10 seconds. Okay, time's up. And the answer is 8. How do we get this? But let me explain something from number 3 question we did. Number 3 question, it was obvious these questions were actually arranged from the smallest to the highest. So there was no need arranging them again. But for this number 4, the questions are not actually arranged. But what I will do is this. I have 4 entries there. Now, since I have 4 entries, I'll just look at the highest. I can solve it in 2 ways. Now, I can look for the first way is look for the highest and look for the lowest. Don't use them. It means the remaining 2 are the middle number. So the highest is 13, I will not use it. The lowest is 4, I will not use it. So the 2 numbers are 6 and 10. So I know that to get the median is 6 plus 10, which is 16, and then divided by 2 is 8. Now, the next method can actually, this is actually the best method to actually use. Just drop the highest, drop the lowest, and pick the remaining 2 numbers. Now, number 5, find the median of this number. 10 seconds. Time up. Now, what is the answer? The answer is 3. Now, how do we get 3? Now, for this kind of question, this is an odd entry we have. So, what you will do when you have an odd entry in this particular setting, now I have 5 numbers there. I'll just pick the 2 highest number. If I pick the 2 highest number, the next number is the median. The 2 highest number are 5 and 4. So the next number is 3. I'll just pick 3 as the median. So as simple as that. Now get the mode. What is the mode here? If I give you 1 second, you should be able to get the answer. The mode is 5. 5 occurs 3 times just by merely looking. Now number 7, find the mode 2. Observe it, observe it, observe it. What is the mode here? I think I've seen the mode. The mode is also 5. The reason is because, let's count. This is 1, 2, 3. 5 occurs 3 times. Then if it is 7, 7 occurs twice. Then 9, 2 occur twice. So the mode is 5. Now, number 8, find the range of the following set of numbers. What is the range? 10 seconds. In fact, you should have seen the answer. The range, look for the highest number, 93. The lowest number, open your eyes very well. The lowest is 0. So 93 minus 0 give us 93. Number 9, what is the range of the following data? The same thing, the highest is 6, the lowest is 0, so the range is 6. Now the last one, calculate the mean of the set of numbers. Now, let me give you 10 seconds to calculate the mean. Start. Get ready to stop. Time up. The answer is 4. How do we get 4? Add the numbers up together. 5 is 10. Now, this is how to actually add. When you are adding up numbers, try as much as possible to look numbers that can be added to give you tens. So the first number I can see, 5 and 5 give me 10. 3 and 7, I don't need to add 3 and 4. I'll just add 3 and 7 is 10. So I have 10 and 10, that is 20. Then I have 4, that is 4. I have 24. But take note, I have 6 entries. So 24 divided by 6 will give me 4. So that is that. And I think we have, is this the same question? Okay, I think This is another question. Okay, now let's actually do the same thing here again. I trust you're not tired. Then if you're tired, you can just get a bottle of drink. Just try to cool yourself down while we actually continue. Now, this question, I think, this is the next issue. Okay, it still start from 1 to 10 again. So let's do it again. The second time, what is the mode here? The mode obviously is the one that occurs 4. Now, find the product of the median and the mode of the following numbers. How do we solve this problem? Remember, it's mental math. The median, excuse me. Now, the median is actually, it has been arranged for us from the lowest to the highest. So, the median number here is 4 plus 6. Added up, divided by 2 is 5. So, the median is 5. And the mode is 3. So, 5 times 3 is 15. Now, number 3. Find the range of the following set of numbers. The highest value here is 74 and the lowest value here is 9. So 74 minus the lowest value here is 9. Okay, 74 minus 9. Sorry, the answer is not 64. I think I mistakenly used 10 when I was solving. I just saw 9 here now. The lowest value here is 9. So this will give us 65. So you just note that. But if I want to correct it, let me just correct it here. Now, okay, 74 minus 9, that gives us 65. Then number 4, find the mean of this data, 485463. Now, how do we solve this kind of question? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Now, the first thing we'll do is I'll add to see the tens. Now, if I add 4 plus 6, this is 10. Okay, 8 plus 8. Sorry, let me come again. Let me not be too fast. 4 plus, if I'm to solve it under 10 seconds, what I will do is this. 4 plus 6 is 10, and I have 110 there. Why I said 8 plus 8? Because I had and quickly process 5 and 3 to be 8. So that's why I said 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus this 4 is 20. So I have 20 plus 10, which is 30. And 30 divided by 6, I think 5. 5 should be my answer. So that is how to solve it. Now determine the mean of this course. Now the same thing, 10, 15, 20, 20, and 25. How do you solve this problem? What I will do is, I'll add all the multiples of 10 together. 10, 20, and 20. 10, 20, 20 will give me 50. So 15 and 25 will give me 40. So what I now have now is 50 and 40 is 90. 90 divided by how many numbers do I have there? I think 5 numbers. That should be 18. So I have 18 there. Now in an examination, the scores of the four students are these: 66, 66, 68, 74, and X. Find X if the mean is 70. Okay, how do you solve this problem? I know theoretically, if you are given enough time, you should be able to solve this. But in exam setting, how do you solve this question in the exam setting? Now, this is what you're going to do. In exam setting, you observe will have 4 numbers there. So 4 times 70, that will give me 280. I'll have 280. So I'll quickly add up this number. If I add up this number, this is 6, this is 4. So adding these two guys will be okay for me. So 74 and 66, I will add them up. Now, if I add 74 and 66, whatsoever I have, I'll add it to this 68. So let's do that. Now, 74 plus 66. What you just do, bring this 4, add it to this 66. This will give you 70. So it becomes 70 plus 70, which is 140. And 140 plus 68, that will give 140 plus 68, that will give us 208. That is 208. So 208 subtracted from 280, the answer will give us 72. That is how to actually solve it. So take your time, practice how to gain speed, and also practice how to have accuracy to your questions. Now, number 7, what is the mean of this amount? 324357. The same thing. I will add up to see what can actually give me tens. So what I will do is this. So this is 5. This is another 5. This is 10 already. This 3 and this 7. This is that is 20. This is plus this 4. This is 24. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 24 divided by 6. I will have 4. Now what is the product of the mean and the mode of this data? The mode is 3. The mean is 2, 3, 3, 4. This is 12. This is 6. 6 plus 4, 10 plus this 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I think 3 times 3 there will give me 9. The answer will be 9. Now find the range of the odd numbers from 1 to 10 inclusive. So since 1 and 10 are inclusive, the odd numbers are 1. The highest of the odd will be 9. While the lowest is 1. So 9 minus 1 will give me 8. Now the mean of 4 numbers is 22. Find the new mean if 12 is added. Now since 4 numbers, I have 4 numbers and it's 22. I already total of that 4 number. 4 times 22 is 88. Now plus it by 12, that will give me 100. I have 5 numbers now. 100 divided by 5 will give me 20. So this is just mental math. We're able to solve this problem without actually writing something down. So I trust you have been able to learn something and also add knowledge to what you have before. And like I said, practice what you just need to do to gain speed. When it comes to competition of this kind, understand the fact that quite a number of good students like you two are also vying for the best position. So what separates you from them all is not only your accuracy alone, but your speed. You can be that good but be very slow. But if you want to actually emerge as champions, a champion is somebody that have actually conquered all odds. So if you want to emerge as a champion, you just have to make sure you pay the price to actually get what needs to be done, get it done. So your speed is very important and your accuracy also is very important, and you get all this done when you actually do more of practice. So that is that for the mental math thing. I was able to see add some few questions here just to solve. Now the questions here, the average of 15 men is 40 years and the average of 10 women is 30 years. What is the average of all the people? I solved this. So we'll get the total age of the 15 men. So 15 times 40 is 600. We'll get the total age of the 10 women. 10 times 30 is 300. Excuse me. So now to get the average of this entire people, we have to get the total ages for. So 600 plus 300 is 900. So the total number of people we have there is 25. That is 15 men plus 10 men will have 25 people. So 900 divided by 25 will give us 36. This is how to actually get it. Now, number 2. Now the mean weight of 15 boys is 65. What is the total weight of the boys? The first question. To get the total weight of the boys is 15 times 65, which is 975 kilogram. Now, if a boy who weighs 45 kg joins them, remember there were 15 boys before, but if another boy that weighs 15 kg joins them, what is the average of the whole boys now? So since there were 15 boys before, now there are 16. So that's how I was able to get 16 here. The total age of the 15 boys before was 975. So if the 16th person joins, their total age now will now be 1020. That is 975 plus 45, 1020. So 1020 divided by 16 will give us 63.75 kilograms to be the weight of the entire boys. So that is that, and I have a classwork here for us to answer, and the classwork will go for, let me just give you 3 minutes. So the time starts now. 3 minutes to do the classwork 1 and 2, so you can start. When after 3 minutes, I'll show us the answer. Don't worry, I'm checking my time. You have 2 more minutes. You should be rounding up now. Few seconds to go. Okay, time up. Now, the first answer to question number 1, the answer is x as the mean. How do we get it? Now let's work this way. Oh, I just observed something. Okay, let's see. Let's add. Now, 2x plus 3x is 5x. 5x plus x is 6x. And 6x plus 6x is 12x. So let's keep 12x there. Now 3y plus 2y is 5y, and 5y minus this is 0. So what we'll have is 12x. So let's see something. I observed something. Now this comma you see means this entry, this is a single entry. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So it means we have 4 entries there. So it will be 12x divided by 4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3, not 2. So the answer is 3x. I didn't took notice of the comma when I was actually preparing the slide, so it's actually 3x. So if you get 3x, you're correct. And if you made the same mistake that I've made now, please correct it. Now, those of us that, okay, if you actually get 2x, I'll show you what you did was you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's even more than 6. It's even more than 6. I think we have 7 entries. So the answer is 3x. Okay, now the next question. The mean age of 4 men. Let me correct this English. It's supposed to be 4 men. The mean age of 4 men. But meanwhile, the answer is 45. You have seen the answer already, so no problem. The answer is 45. So let's go. Let's continue. So the mean age of 4 men is 20 years. When the 5th man joins them, the average age of all 5 is 25 years. How old is the 5th man? The answer is 45. Now, there's a short way you can actually do this. The short way to do it is this. Now, multiply the total age of the 5 people together. That is to get the total age of the 5 people, which is 5 times 25. And 5 times 25 is 125. So the total age of the 4 men, 4 times 20 is 80. So 125 minus 80, minus the highest total minus the lowest total. 125 minus 80 will give us 45 years. And that brings us to the end of measures of central tendency. I trust we have been able to learn quite a number of things and also remember some things we might have quite forgotten. Okay, then as usual, I've also dropped some questions here for us to practice. I've dropped some questions here for us to practice. You can actually practice them up I pulled them out from my cowbell pack, the one I used to train my students. So they are just here for you to actually work with them. So I trust by the end of these modules on this lesson, you'll be well prepared to face the competition ahead of you. Now, this is just to serve as a preparation. So your preparation should not just stop with what we are giving you here, because like you know, all students or all the contestants have access to this particular training videos. But what makes you quite different is the extra, that is the extra mile you can push. So this is just like a template of what you should expect. Now, like I've said, you need speed, you need accuracy. You can go the extra mile to emerge as the champion. So thank you very much, and this is where we call it a day. I remain Mr. Awesome Emmanuel. Thank you very much and have a nice time. Bye.